Welcome to Hatter House.
Hey everyone, it's me. So, who else would it be? I'm just here in the parking lot in Clovis at the doctor's office for Josh. But yeah, I'm sitting out here because half the town is in there. No, I'm not even kidding. We came here for a doctor's appointment today for his he's a gastrologist. So, and he went in there to check in, and he's like, his best friend was here, his boss was here, someone he works with is here. So, like, I'll be out here. If you need anything, just let me know. And, and I also asked him, I go, do you want to do this by yourself, or do you want me in there in case you forgot anything, kind of thing. So, anyways, I have some questions here I was meaning to get to, and I'm just gonna try to do like 2 or 3 depending on the length of the video and my answers, and then I'll get to more later on. I have a few. I know you guys asked them a while back, so like I said, I'm just gonna try to stick to a couple subjects and try to make my videos a little more focused. It's hard to do. It really is. So let's see. The first one I'm going to answer right now is, why don't you leave the house more? Okay, so if you've been following along since I started my channel a million years ago, you know, I'm agoraphobic. And I am real bad in social settings. I get real bad. Like, it's more so, it got better for a while. And then when that thing happened in 2020, it kicked back in. Especially where I live, it kicked back in hard. So, and then, with people and their opinions and stuff, because Josh wears a mask still. And it's not because of anything or that he just has a weakened immune system. My mom has a weakened immune system. So, even if it doesn't work, it's still kind of nice. Not having to have people like, yeah, I don't know. And plus, in our town, it keeps people away from you. Unless they're going to leave like a rude, or say some kind of rude comment. It keeps people away from you, like, mostly, because like most of our town is not about that. So I'd have to say like 90% of our town is not about that. So, it really, they were very opinionated and had a lot to say, and it was a lot of drama, and it really kind of like re-shook my confidence of going out in public, because I didn't want to be around people like that. So I just kept to myself. Another reason is because, like, it doesn't matter where I go in town, I will run into people if I don't really want to talk to, and they will try to talk to me. And sometimes even when I see people I know in public, I like to get in my own world because it helps me. And being in my own world, being lost in my focused, like when I go to the grocery store, I know where is what, or what is where, and I have like a plan in my head of the way I'm going to go through the grocery store, and I'm hyper focused on that. And then somebody talks to me, it kind of throws me out of that. Or if I'm with somebody, I can focus on that person, so that helps as well. It's like, okay, if I go to out of town and I go to a store, if the parking lot is too full, I won't go, or Josh will go in. If the parking lot isn't that bad, I can go in, and it doesn't really faze me too much. I don't get overstimulated, I don't get distracted, I don't get panic attacks, I guess that's what you could call them. If you know, like where the room starts doing this whoo, whoo, whoo in your brain, and there's like this pressure behind your eyes, and your brain feels like it's throbbing kind of thing. My eyesight starts to go blurry when I get overstimulated in public. When there's a lot of people, a lot of noise, a lot of distractions. And, that's why, like, I can go into places if they don't look too busy, or if I have somebody there with me, and it's not too busy, and nobody's talking to me. That's why, like, okay, sometimes I don't like to go out to eat when we go out of town, really, because of my weight loss surgery I had many, many moons ago. I have a lot of problems with my digestion, and we went to this place. We decided to be crazy and go out to eat out of town, and there was somebody from Tucumcari working there. This place is about 40 minutes away from Tucumcari, but a lot of people work there because they pay really well, and it's a truck stop, and they even have little cabins that people can live in if they work like 4 days in a row and then they get 3 days off, or vice versa, 3 days in a row, 4 days off. They can stay in these cabins while they're working there. But there's a few people who know what I'm talking about. All my locals are ex-locals. Just ex-locals. 4 locals. There we go. I'll just lean over here. That sun was bugging. But they probably know where I'm talking about. So yeah, and then she started asking about my ex and him passing away and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, okay, I'm here with my husband having dinner on like our anniversary. It was just like really awkward. And you're asking me about my ex? I don't know. They've got good food, so it's like, and it's reasonable. Like in town, you get a steak that size, you're gonna be paying $40. At this place, you're paying $20. I don't know how they do it. I know the meat's local. I know that's part of it, but I don't. Yeah, so anyways, I'm agoraphobic. I don't talk about it as much anymore. The other day I did go see Barbie in the theater. Only 5 people said hi to me. I went with a friend. I was considering going in costume. I was going to drive Josh's truck, which is really tall, so it would have been interesting. I was going to wear a plain outfit, nothing bright, nothing vibrant. I was going to wear something baggy and big with sleeves and frumpy looking, and I was gonna wear one of my brown wigs, just normal colored hair, and I was gonna wear glasses, and I was gonna go because I really wanted to see Barbie. But I found someone to go with, and I went. My back hurt for 2 days afterwards, but that's okay, it's worth it. My back's okay today, I think. We'll see. It starts to get bad towards the evening, but it seems like it's okay today. It's just an old theater, and the seats are the kind that lean back automatically, and I cannot get comfortable sitting like this. I need to sit straight up. So I sat up like the whole time, the whole movie, like, and that's a long time to be like in a weird position. So my back hurt for 2 days afterwards, which is why I've been doing the sitting workouts, like, so yeah, that's question number 1. I'm only going to do 2 questions here. So that's my answer. I'm agoraphobic. I'm working on getting better. I'm working on leaving the house more and going places and doing things, and it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And like I said, it was really good until 2020, and then it got worse. You can watch my old videos. I think the longest stretch of time I didn't leave the house was probably about 4 months, maybe. I don't know. Like, other than doctor's appointments. If we don't include doctor's appointments and stuff, I would say the longest stretch of time is about a year that I didn't leave the house, if you're not including necessary things. when I was with Max, and he would do the shopping, he would do everything, and like I ate horrible because he just bought what he liked, and yeah, so, but he always used my car, and I didn't have my credit cards or my money. Yeah, it's a different story for a different time, but the longest stretch of time, with if you don't include necessary things like doctor's appointments and whatnot, is a year. So sorry, his friend's leaving. Okay, the second question here that I have is, where would you move if you could move? Kind of plain vanilla grandma, thank you. Well, if money was no issue, I would move to, recently when we were dreaming about winning the lottery, I was looking at compounds in Santa Fe, and that would be a nice place. Washington would be a nice place, not like a big city, but close enough to a big city. Somewhere green, somewhere near water, somewhere near mountains. Santa Fe has a very healing feeling. Taos has a very healing kind of energy to it. Lots of green, lots of water. Josh likes Hawaii. I have never been. He lived there for a while. He says it's nice. Everything I read says that it is humid. He says there's parts of the Big Island that are not humid. So maybe, possibly. And he said it's not too populated on the Big Island, I believe. That's what he said. Like, it's not a big tourist attraction. So maybe, possibly. Like I said, parts of Washington that are green, not very city, but like I said, somewhere close enough to a city where, like, maybe Walmart would be a 45-minute drive, 30-minute drive, something like that. Or not even Walmart, like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Sprouts, stuff like that. You know, I mean, obviously, if my money wouldn't matter, I guess I could pay like $8, $10 for ground turkey meat. I don't know. And set like almost $7 for some celery. Okay, so, but I wouldn't want to. I still would probably be a little cheap. I don't know, maybe not. And plus, you know, like right now, as it is, I would need to get a property that could, at the very least, house myself and Josh, and then a separate house for my mother. So that's the one thing holding me in Tucumcari, really, is I could not sell our house for what I would need, the amount of money I would need to move somewhere else with two families, two households. I might be able to find a house somewhere else for one household, for what I could sell the house for, because property values in Tucumcari are very low. They are starting to go up. I'm not quite sure people will pay what people are asking now. I think it's more wishful thinking, but maybe there's something going on that I don't know about, and there's about to be an economic boom in Tucumcari. I don't see it that way, but because I saw this house and somebody wants like $210,000, and like anybody who lives in Tucumcari would not pay more than like $45,000 for that house. It is a 2-family, yes, and it is pretty nice. Maybe 60, but the area and the size and all that, no. No. It's a wishful thinking kind of situation. Now, they post a house in California and a Californian sees it, or, you know, something, and they're like, ooh, you know, because that house would probably be $1 million there. But, or even in Albuquerque or something, it would be that price, 210. maybe more. You know, we've got a big house, but I only paid $28 for it. And then with the additions, that was like another 10, 12. Well, the roof too. So there's probably 45-ish in the house. I still got to put new floors in eventually when Josh feels better. We have the stuff for the floors. It's just he doesn't have anyone to help him right now, and also with his health, he can't really do the things that he needs to do always. So sometimes projects take longer than they should, which is fine. I mean, we're not trying to impress anybody. It would be nice to have non-cement looking floors. It'll happen when it happens. So, you know, and there are things that need to be done around the house. But anyway, either way, like, it's a lot better shape than when I bought it. It has more doors than when I bought it. It's not as great as when it was built. Looking at you. Because those stone walls would have been so awesome. Okay. But now it has that room, little apartment for my mom. So, you know, it's just a private room with a bathroom with its own backyard. It's not like an actual apartment because she still has to come to our house when I give her showers and stuff. But that's another reason. Like, I would have put a shower in there if she had the mobility to take a shower by herself. But as it stands, you know, I have to be there. So I just left it to where there's a small bathroom, like, what is it, a 1/3 bathroom or whatever. There's a toilet and some storage, and then on the outside where the kitchen area is, there's a sink. And yeah, so I had that built on. So yeah, as it is, I cannot sell my house for the amount of money I would need to move somewhere else and have a house with a mother-in-law or a duplex or something. Plus the yard is huge, and you know, the neighbors, not all of them, but the neighbors suck a little bit. That's okay. I don't know. So that's why I don't move right now. And also where I would move would either be like Corrales, which is a suburb in Albuquerque that feels like a whole nother dimension. It does not remind me of Albuquerque whatsoever. It's kind of like you stepped into this time warp. And the houses there are really expensive. And it's right on the Rio Grande. Santa Fe, if mom was coming, Santa Fe might not be an option because she can't live over a certain elevation. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it. I think there were parts of Taos and Santa Fe mom could live in. That's the thing about Tucumcari, is it's under the elevation that mom, I think it's like 7,000 feet. She can't really do because of her oxygen. So yeah. Or we would just get a big old RV if it was just Josh and myself, and travel. We have the bus. I don't know what we're doing with the bus. It's his bus. Like, it was where he lived before he came into this marriage, into this relationship. So, you know, when he leaves, no, I'm just kidding. If we ever divorce, he gets his house, I get my house. Because I came into our relationship with my house, and he came into our relationship with his house. So since this is almost 20 minutes, I'm gonna probably end it there, and I will get back to more questions, believe me. I really will. I just don't want to make the videos too long. And I gotta turn on the air conditioner a little bit higher because it is only 92 degrees today, but it's still pretty hot. So thanks for watching, and if you guys have any other questions you want to know, let me know just in the comments, or my email if you want to ask privately, hatterhouse420@gmail.com. Okay, thank you so much for watching. remember, stay humble and stay kind always, and look out for the normal people. Laters.